Hello YouTube, it's your girl Porsche Teair, and I want to welcome you here to Porsche Teair. If it's your first time here, welcome to this channel, and if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, hey niece, hope you're feeling well and feeling good. I hope so. In the midst of it all, hope you're doing well, niece. Okay, as you can see from the title of this video, this will be my eyeshadow tag. I think that's the name of it. I've seen quite a few YouTubers doing this tag. I cannot find who's the originator of it. If you know who started this tag, please leave it in the comments so people can give credit and go check out whoever thought of this tag. If you're interested in my eyeshadow tag, please continue watching and let's get into these questions. The questions right here. So, first one is your newest eyeshadow palette. So my newest eyeshadow palette would be the ABH Norvina palette. Everyone, if not before this, right after this, I'll be posting my review of this palette. So that's my newest palette. The next question is your oldest palette. And I could not remember exactly. I knew it had to be a MAC palette I have. I have a lot of MAC palettes inside of my case for when I do clients, not so much for my personal kit, but one that I keep in my stash is this one. And this is from a collection. This one says the name is Color 3. I forget what collection this was. Cannot remember, but I think this is, you know, in my personal stash, my oldest palette, but overall, no, I don't think it's my oldest palette. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. The next one is your most expensive palette. So my most expensive palette, I would have to say, is the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. And this is it here. That's the flap. Ooh, do you guys? I still love this palette. So beautiful. I believe this palette was $125, but I bought it during a Sephora event when Rouge get 20% off. So, and I probably had a gift card. I'm not sure. I remember I didn't pay the $125, but value. This is the most expensive palette that I own. Yes. Next one is the most affordable palette, and I wasn't sure. I think my most affordable palette is my Juvia's Place Fumi palette. And people may say this is not an eyeshadow palette, but this was made for face and eyes. I can't remember the retail price. I believe it was $15. So to me, this is my most affordable palette. The next question is your favorite everyday palette. And my personal favorite everyday palette would be the ABH Jackie Aina palette. And this is it. I absolutely love this palette. This is really a palette I could take and take nothing else with it. Honestly, this palette is a go-to for me. So beautiful everyday palette. The next one is your most colorful palette. And my most colorful palette would be, I would say the ABH Alyssa Edwards palette. Oops, I dropped the brush. I never use these. Anyone ever use the brushes? I never use them. I lose them or I throw them away. Anyway, this palette, very colorful, very fun. Yeah, I think this definitely is my most colorful. Again, I'm just telling you guys about the palettes that I use in my personal kit. Like in my kit for clients, I have way more fun and versatile things, but this is in my personal stash. Okay, largest palette. So the largest palette that I own would be the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And you guys know all the Morphe palettes are humongous. So this is the original Jaclyn Hill palette, the one that didn't come with the names. Yeah, I got this one way back. So to me, this is my largest palette. Morphe, the palettes are ridiculous. I personally do not prefer large palettes, but that is just, that's just me. The next question is your best memories palette. So for me, my best memories palette would have to be, I have several of these, but it is a MAC palette that I created when I first started working for the company, 2010. And back then, this is how they came, and you would have to put like stickers to let you know what colors were inside. Now I believe it's clear. Yeah, it's definitely clear. So this is throwback from way back. So this makes me think of when I first started doing makeup. I've always loved makeup ever since I was a little bitty girl. I've always loved makeup. But during this time is when I first started doing it professionally, gaining clientele, and I was just so excited. And back then, MAC was popping. And to have a MAC palette and actually fill it up with individual shadows was like a big accomplishment. So this is one of the many palettes that I made back then. And it's just, it's nostalgic for me. Honestly, it really is. So this palette gives me the best memories for sure. Palette worth the hype. I'm going back to one I already talked about, and you guys probably already know. You already know. But it's going to be my ABH Jackie Aina palette. However, I feel sis did not get the recognition and the push that she deserved. But that's just my own, my own thing. How you going to drop a palette like this and then drop another one 2-3 weeks later? Like, y'all didn't let her have all her shine. Anywho, but the hype that she did get, Jackie Aina palette, was worth it. It was worth it. I love the palette, love the colors. Everything about it was awesome, and I have absolutely no regrets. And I believe it's now on sale. So for you guys that were on the fence, I don't know why, you can get it now at a discounted rate. Don't miss out. Get it while you can. All right, the next one is palette not worth the hype. And I feel like this one was hyped up. Was it? Yeah, it was. It was all over the two. It's going to be the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. Now, aesthetically, look at this. I'm all about how something looks. This is so pretty. Like, it's cute. Pretty. You open it up. Girl, get it open. You guys see it? I'm a sucker for gold. You guys know. Now, don't get me wrong. This palette, the shades are absolutely beautiful. However, this is a palette you have to pair with something else. It's not one to like, get it, throw it in your bag and go, because mostly the shades are shimmer. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, and they're not deep enough to me for a chocolate skin tone. So someone my shade or darker, you would have to have another palette to go with it. So for me, it wasn't worth the hype because you couldn't just use it by itself. Like, it had to be paired with something. You guys feel me? Yeah, not worth the hype. Let's see what the next one is. Favorite palette from a favorite brand. I hate to go back to the Jackie palette, but it would be Jackie, and now I would add the Norvina palette to that. Jackie and this one, two of my absolute favorites. Yeah, so that's the best I could say for that. Because ABH currently is my favorite brand for eyeshadows. But, I have lots of brands I like. But ABH, the shadows, I really, really do love. Lastly, it says your eyeshadow palette that is most used. And it's been many, oh, this is not the last one. I skipped one. We're going to go back. Okay, we're going to go back. But the palette for me that is most used would be the ABH Norvina palette, the original. I didn't really think this was my most used one until I was looking through the palettes trying to pick it out, and look at that. I just noticed how nasty and gritty it was. And to me, that was enough to prove. I'm like, okay, Portia, like you really love this palette. And when I think about it, I'm right now feeling inspired to create a look with this palette. Like, I really like this palette. I'm a fan of pinks and purples, and this palette's beautiful. So it is my most used. Okay. And the one that I skipped over, making sure I'm not forgetting anything, is my smallest palette. And the smallest palette that I own outside of the MAC 4 would have to be this Natasha Denona mini gold palette. And these are the mini ones that you see at checkout in Sephora. But this palette is so pretty to me. I did not have any regrets about it. That green is very unique. The gold is just very, very rich and pigmented. And just so cute. It's cute. I often forget I have it though, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a very cute palette, and every time I see this green, I'm just like, can't wait to the fall. I'm about to be rocking this with my camouflage or with my winter sweater. I have so much inspiration for this palette, specifically for the fall. Love it. Okay. And that, you all, is my eyeshadow tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Hope I didn't ramble too much, because you guys know I can be long-winded. You ain't got to tell me. But that is my eyeshadow tag. I'm so thankful that you guys watched. I hope this video was fun, brought some memories for you. And if you're a YouTuber or a creator or influencer, whatever you want to call yourself, I think you should definitely do this tag. It'll be fun because it's going to be some shadows people have forgot about. I've seen so many of these tags and people were mentioning palettes and things that I was like, oh my God, I forgot when that came out. I used to love that. Such a fun thing to do. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the support. If you want to get to know me a little more personally, follow me on all social media platforms. There you go, at Porsche Teair. I will catch you guys on my next video. Hit the thumbs up and see you next time.